Welcome back, City Skylines players and fans, to Capital City. We are continuing to work on the airport, filling in the empty fields. This video here, we're going to circle back to these 4 empty spaces right here. The last video we put down the Convention Center, Botanical Garden, and Art Museum. Video before that we laid a couple big hotels right here. And the video before that, we put in the planetarium and some shopping. So let's get to it here. I think I have my resolution up, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. It allows the computer to work a little bit better with moving around and building. Bring up the menus. These areas right here, I pondered for quite a while on what to do with them. I thought about putting in trees, making it something like this. Bunch of trees between the roads. I thought about putting in plazas, but I thought these are pretty big areas here, so I was thinking they would be massive plazas. So I thought, well, that would be too big. So then I thought, well, we'll just put in office buildings or something to that effect, or maybe even more parking garages or something. I thought, well, so I came up with a pretty good solution here, and I think it works quite well. And I did actually play around with this a little bit. I normally just kind of pictured in my head and kind of hit the record button and design it, but this one I did actually plan out a little bit ahead of time because I wasn't sure how it was going to look, and I played around with a couple different designs. So I wanted to see how it was going to look and what I was going to do with it. So I did do this one ahead of time. Just full disclosure there. So what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and pull up the roads, and I'll lay down this 2-lane alley, and we'll get about 5 units. Grab that. I believe we are at 6 units here. Yeah. And that looks really good there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over here on this side. We're just going to do these 2 sides, and then I will mirror the other 2 sides off camera. There we go. There. Okay. There we go. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to build a guide road. Go over. $13. Alright. Get rid of that. And the reason why I did that, I needed the zoning on this side. I needed this zoning and this zoning here. So, and we'll put in a road. We'll put in a road over here in a bit, but I needed that zoning for right now. So what I decided to do is I'm going to take this building off the workshop. This one here. It is, I believe it is the Sheridan Sheridan, and there's a number of different buildings, and they come in two sizes. You have a large and a small. This one is actually the smaller one, and then this building here is the exact same shape, exact same building, except it's a little bit larger. So I'm going to use the smaller one, and I'm going to place that in. I'm probably going to have to move it, so we'll just place it in there. There we go. And I realize that they are opposites. That really can't be helped. That's okay. Let's see here. That looks about right. We don't want that awning to be over the road. But to be pretty close, but not. Maybe not even over the sidewalk. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. And then we don't want these windows to be too close to the road there. So I think that's fine there. And obviously we got enough room there. So we'll do the same thing over here. And I wish they did make them in where they had these in opposites, so we could put the opposite building in there. But that's okay. We'll work with it like this, just like that. Angle just a little bit. Then okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use one of the other buildings, which is another part of the Sheridan, and place it right there, and place it right there. Oh wow, guess we may not even have to do anything with this one. Yeah, this one will have to move around a little bit, but just because of the building, because it's the opposite side. But twist that around just a little bit, but not too much. There, I think that looks great there, just like that. The reason why I was doing this, these windows kind of match this pyramid, and it also matches this section of the convention center down on this side, and then also the convention center annex here. And I think I have those placed. Yeah, I think that's the only other places I have them, except the two that I have right here. So they're kind of around the airport, so it's kind of the same feeling, same aesthetic all the way around. So I think that works good. That looks pretty good there. I like that. So we'll go ahead and place the other building. So what I was thinking was we need a couple more buildings in here to kind of offset this empty space here. So I was thinking of using these buildings here, which are the same ones that we use over by the planetarium and the shopping mall. I was thinking just placing 3 of them in just like that. I think we're going to have to move this one over just a little bit. Because they don't have to be exact, but I do want them to be close. And there is a little bit of a mirrored difference here because of shapes of the buildings, but that's fine. Alright, So I think that works very nice there. Alright, so the next thing I was thinking was I will take a road from here. Trying to figure out how to, because I want it to be mirrored on the other side. So we'll do that. Just like that. Alright. So then I'm thinking maybe just connect it to this one. And that should be pretty much the same. We might run into a problem because the building's a little bit different. Yeah, but that's okay. We'll just move them out. Keep that as straight as possible. Snapping on. Turn that snapping off. There we go. And we'll do the same thing over here, even though we really don't need to. Pull this out just a little bit. Alright, and then what I'm thinking is to move this road like this, and this road out like this. And then I have a mod called Roundabout Builder, and it comes with a tiny cul-de-sac. So I think we need to move this in just a little bit. And you can build, you don't need to build, when you build a roundabout, you just need to be on a node. You don't necessarily need to be at an intersection or anything like that. So if you get in here, fourth one down, fifth one down, something like that, it's tiny cul-de-sac. Just click on that, reduce the size of it down to the smallest level that's available, and let's see. There we go. And didn't look like it, well, the angle's a little bit sharper on this one. But again, that's okay. We do want these to be symmetrical, but not, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, that is one flaw in this. When you zoom out, there's nothing there. But what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to really detail this too much tonight, but I will put in this. I've learned that if you take the curves and you use the large circle, place it right in the middle, and if you place it anywhere you see the edge of the corner of the curve there, but if you place it where all the curves disappear, it covers that gap. to zoom out. And then take a little bit of pavement. With your paint. Well, that's not. There, that's better. Alright, and then you can place a tree or a shrub or a bush, flagpole, anything you really wanted in that area there, and that would all take care of that. Alright, let's see, we'll go ahead and bring this concrete up. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I'm thinking is I'm going to fill in the space here. We are going to put in a small plaza for this area here. So I'm thinking we are going to take pedestrian pathway here, and we're going to use, I believe this is the park path, yeah. I'm going to use the park path, and circle 2 by 2 by 2, complete it. So that's a good circle. That roundabout builder, we don't like that. Go ahead and take this and try to center it. Probably you should use some guidelines or something to do this, but I'm just going to center it. Just going to eyeball it right in there. Yeah. And then take that, and I'm going to go ahead and mirror this over using this road as a guideline. Should pop in there. And that's pretty much centered, so we're good. One thing, just like with all roundabouts, whether it's roads or pathways or anything like that, if you're going to do any nodes, well, actually I think we're just going to stick to the nodes that are on here, so we should be fine. If you do anything that's not on a node, you need to put the roads in the middle, or the pathway in the middle, in order for it to maintain its shape. That's a healthy little tip there. But I think we're going to stick to the nodes, so I think we'll be fine on all these. So we get that close to the road there. We'll probably need to let's take this all over, almost to the road there. And then take this to the outer road. No, don't really want pedestrians walking on this here, but still take it out there, just for the sake of symmetry. Connect that, connect that. Connect that. And connect that. Alright. So now what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and paint in concrete. I may come back later and put in some decals of some cobblestone or something to that effect. I may do that. But right now we're just going to concrete it. Alright. And then I'm thinking for the corners here, take this oval. Maybe we should use round. Now I think we'll just stick with old. Try to use them or get them right between, right in the middle. About the same distance on all four sides here. Alright. Some paint over here. Done that will drive me crazy. Alright, I think there's a pretty long way around. This looks a little bit off. Probably should use the guideline for these, but that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and put in some trees here. And what I was thinking was I was originally going to go with maybe something like this. But I think in order to match these trees here, I think we're going to go with these that kind of match the office buildings. Get that right in the center. Doesn't look centered, but if that circle is centered around there, then the tree is centered on the curve there, even though it's angled. So then when you twist it around and look at them, they are centered, or at least centered as they need to be. Sometimes they wouldn't necessarily grow in the exact center of the planter there, so it's relatively close. You're good. Okay, so what I'm thinking for the centerpiece here is I am thinking we're going to use this fountain that I've used multiple times in the city here. Right, and then we're going to use this fountain here that I've used a couple places. We're going to use it right in the middle. So that gives us two layers, and I think that looks great. Like that. Got the benches around there, you got the triple, quadruple to the fountain there. Looks great. Maybe put some picnic tables out around here to vibe to it. So what we'll need to do, we'll need to take it and we'll go ahead and nose off. Mirror it. So in theory, it should work if we just mirror it over. So we'll just mirror that over. In theory, that should fit right in there. For some reason, it's not liking the mirror object. Okay, well, we'll just copy it then and place it right in the center. Need to tweak it just a little bit. I think this is a little bit too close. this. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and put the paths in, just like we did on the other side. And you do not have to connect these to the road. All you have to do is just have them close to the sidewalk, and the citizens will use them. They will still transfer over to them. If you are close enough to the sidewalk that it automatically forms a connection and creates that gray concrete there, then you are close enough. You don't have to worry about. See, this is quite a yeah, that's quite a distance from the road, but see, it did connect, so it's still good to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this concrete in. Alright. It's a little bit too far there. So, that looks good there. So I think it looks good so far. So what I'm thinking right now is we need to put in some of the grass props on the side of these buildings here. So we can't do that because of these overpass roads. There we go. It won't allow us to do that because you can go this direction because you're off of this road, but it won't let you do that because it gets rid of the nodes off of that. So what we're going to do, that's part of the reason why I didn't worry too much about the way these were. I kind of had an idea that I was going to have to move them or kind of mess with them in order to do something with the center area here. So I went ahead and just kind of plopped them down and put them in a general shape of what I needed. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks fine. So we'll go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and reconnect. Actually, let's put in that one we're not going to be able to do. So we're going to have to do some bushes or landscaping there in order to get that to work out quite nicely there. Yeah, we won't have to. Yeah, we won't have to delete any more of this road because yeah, we're done with that. So just pick up the overpass again, and so what I'm thinking is there. It's not perfect, but we'll shape them later. But I think that looks pretty good. And then obviously we want concrete here and concrete here. And then we'll have to go in and put some curves or planters or something for those trees. I could go in and make those procedural objects and get rid of the trees. Not sure if I want to do that or not, but we'll see. But I think that looks a lot better there with the grass. It's a continuation of the grass on the other side, and I think it just looks a lot better. Normally you wouldn't see grass growing under overpasses like that, but these overpasses are so high that I think you would be able to get grass to grow under them, because you're getting down to this area here. It might take some extra watering or maybe some special low light shade grass or something like that. But this area here, you're so high up there that I don't think that would affect it too much at all. Alright, so maybe put in, we are at the 31-minute mark, but maybe put in a little bit more grass around here. I don't know. I think we'll just play with this and see what we want to do. Because I was originally going to gravel all this in, just like this area over here. I was originally going to gravel this into this side of the road, but I'm not sure if I like that or not. We'll have to play with that. And then obviously we'll put some grass in here. Make sure I'm not covering up anything, or yeah, we're good there. There we go. So then we'll go through and we'll have to shape all these and add some additional plots on there to move them around. But I think all that looks great there. Yeah, I really like that. Like I said, I couldn't decide on what to do on the center part of this area here by the roundabout. I just couldn't decide whether to make it a park or plaza, put in large buildings, but I think these buildings fit perfectly, and it kind of has that angle of taller to lower area, even though some of these buildings are a little bit, or at least the same height over there, but I think that just kind of works. It works with the pyramid shape and the color of the building and everything. I think it's great. If you have any comments, feel free to leave those. Any other suggestions, feel free to leave those. Hit that subscribe button, help out the channel, and hit that like button if you like the video. And share the video with anybody you think that would like it, would appreciate it, would get something from it. And next video here, I think we're going to put in some hangars over here by the fuel depot. Maybe some small, like twin turboprop Cessna airplane hangars, real small ones over here. And then actually that will pretty much finish out the airport area. Probably do a few things right through here. But that'll be about it. Most of the inside of the airport will be done at that point. And then there's a few things I want to do along the outskirts, and then we will move to this area here. And then obviously over into this area, and to this area here, which is going to be a leisure and tourist area, along with this area. And probably do a little bit of leisure and tourists in here too, maybe some hotels or something like that. We still have the airline headquarters to place, and we have the museum aircraft museum to place. I have ideas on where I want to put those, and I think there's a few custom things I want to do to those to make them a little bit special, make them fit into the airport. We turn the resolution up so you can get the full view there. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and thank you for your time. We'll see you next time.